Hey everyone, Ollie here. Before we get into this video, please subscribe to my newsletter if you haven't already. I share sort of cool, interesting stories and experiences in it, and I share links to interesting things that I found over the last month. So make sure to check it out. Pretty much every business that I have right now, everything that I've started in my life has started as a side hustle, has started as a thing that I thought, let me give a bit of time to it, see what it's like, see if I enjoy it. I just like starting side hustles. I like doing different things, mainly because I just like to see what I enjoy doing. I don't necessarily know what I enjoy doing sometimes, so I like to try different things, and whatever works out, whatever starts making good money or whatever starts being beneficial to me, I end up sticking with it. That's how I feel like all businesses should really be started. Rather than just going all in all at once, why not start it as a little thing if you can, see if it works, see if you enjoy it, and then take it from there. This very YouTube channel actually started as a sort of side hustle, and it pretty much still is a sort of side hustle. I don't dedicate my full time to it. I sort of upload videos whenever I'm in the mood to upload videos, whenever I feel like I have something worth sharing, because I just don't feel like it's something that I would enjoy doing all the time. The crazy thing is that even though I don't dedicate my full time to this channel, it still generates me thousands of dollars a year, and I think this year it should cross, well, yes, actually it will cross 5 figures, over 10,000, which is, for me, for a small channel like this, yeah, it's well worth it. It's a little side hustle and it just grows naturally in the background. It is sort of passive as well, and I enjoy doing it. I enjoy sharing this sort of stuff on YouTube. I feel like we're in the sort of golden age when it comes to side hustles, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It just sounds so ridiculous, but I truly believe that we live in a pretty lucky sort of time era, you could say, where you can start multiple businesses, have multiple different things going on and make money. And I feel like at a time like this as well, when recession is expected to come by the end of the year or maybe next year, I feel like it's more important than ever having diversified income streams, basically, instead of just dedicating yourself on one. I know some people, obviously, you have to get a full-time job, you have to dedicate your time on one job, which makes complete sense, but I've never really been that type of person. I like doing different things, I like having different income streams, and I feel like for me personally, it's just a safer bet. It's why I do it. Now, the cost of starting some of these side hustles that I'm going to mention in this video can vary, but I've tried to keep it quite minimal or low. At the end of the day though, you do have to spend a little money to make some money. That's actually a big thing that I've learned, I'd say, in the past few years. I remember when I first started doing this sort of stuff, I would be so cheap and frugal. I just wouldn't spend any money, even if it would sort of make me more money. Now I've realized, actually, there'll always be more money. I need to start spending it. I need to start using it, utilizing it, seeing money as a tool rather than something that will run out. I feel like that's a very big mindset change that I've had. And yeah, I've realized you just have to sometimes spend money to make money. Number one is print on demand. So I did actually do a video, my last video, on a print on demand sort of service called Printful. And it is a service that I use myself. I have a website called linksupply.com. All I have on there are some posters that I sell, some royalty-free photos, some designs that I've made myself. Yeah, it's just a super simple website, but it's such an easy way to start a sort of merchandise store, to start a poster store, t-shirt store, hoodie store, whatever you want to do. I feel like print on demand has actually become really good these days. There's so many different services out there. Printful is just the one that I recommend. It's because I've been using it, and you can easily hook it up with Shopify on their lowest plan. And yeah, the only money you're really spending is the Shopify plan. Printful itself is actually free to use until you sell a product. That's when they take their cost. And yeah, like, it's just a great way to start a little side hustle if you know how to market it. I've actually been thinking about starting a sort of new high-end photography print store sort of thing, mainly so that I can just sell photos of my travels and anything else that I've taken photos of that I like, because I do get requests for it from my Instagram. Obviously, I share a lot of travel photos, and people are like, hey, I'd love to get this printed, I'd love to get that printed, and I'd love to print it myself. You can see I have prints on the wall back here, and these are all photos I've taken myself. So yeah, I'm very much considering starting a high-end print-on-demand store for my photography. I might use Printful, or I might use another service. I just need to sort of do my research. With print-on-demand, you're not limited to tees, hoodies, and posters and stuff. There are a vast array of products, especially on Printful. They have so many different products. It's pretty insane. So yeah, that's a good way, a good sort of side hustle, I think, just to sort of dip your toes into selling products online. And you don't just have to do it for yourself. Maybe you find another influencer or someone else who has some sort of following or an audience, and you can market to them. You can tell them, hey, I'll build a merchandise store for you. You don't have to do anything. I'll handle it. And you can do this. Great way to make money. I've made a few $1,000s with my own store, and yeah, I just have it running in the background. But I feel like I should probably put more time to it because I think I could make more money from it. Professional video for companies. So many companies are now understanding the value of having high quality videos for their services, for their products, whatever it might be. They might be uploading it to their own website. They might be uploading it to social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all these different places. You could quite easily make a small portfolio showing off some of your own product videos for products maybe that you already own. You know, you could make a video on your iPhone or an iPhone case or something like that, and then send that off to a bunch of companies and see who bites. Maybe you want to focus on getting a phone case company or something. Make some videos of some phone cases, send it to them, see if they like it. If they like it, you're in. You know, you can start charging them for it. I have a friend who actually does exactly this. His name's Josh. He has a business called feedmecontent.com, and he makes over £10,000. £10,000, I'll convert that to dollars. It's probably $10,000 with how awful the exchange rate is right now. But yeah, he's making 10,000 a month from this, over 10,000 a month. And it's a great business idea. He also loves doing it because he gets to travel with the job. There's different businesses around the country in the UK that hire him. And yeah, he really, really enjoys it because he's into filmmaking. You could even take this in a different direction where maybe you can make software tutorials for companies. There are so many software companies out there who don't have any sort of YouTube presence, who don't have any sort of Instagram or TikTok presence, but they want videos of their software. They want tutorials of their software. I've actually been playing around with this idea myself, the idea of going to a software company and being like, hey, I will be your video producer. I will manage a YouTube channel for you. I'll build a YouTube channel for you. I'll build your Instagram, TikTok. I'll make all of the videos for them. I'll schedule them for the rest of the year. And then you pay me maybe $50,000, $100,000, maybe even $200,000 a year. Because you've got to see it in the sense of, what if they hired a full-time videographer? What if they hired a full-time social media person? That's going to end up becoming $100,000, $200,000 alone anyway. So if you try and market it in that way, where, you know, they pay a $50,000 or $100,000, they get a bunch of videos already made by someone who's a professional, someone who's already done it in the past. You know how to do YouTube, you know how to do Instagram, you know how to do TikTok. That's going to be so much more beneficial, so much more value added than someone who they just bring on randomly to do video stuff. Because it's a yearly contract, there's no sort of employee on the payroll or anything like that, someone they have to pay for, someone they have to cover. It's just a contract with a business to a business. Yeah, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You still get paid, they can cut their losses, done deal. But usually most of these companies are quite happy to have more and more videos produced, because if they can see the views coming in, if they can see their own users benefiting from these videos, from these tutorial videos, tips and tricks videos, that is well worth the money for them, because that's also another marketing channel for them as well. By the way, I'm actually hiring a video assistant and producer for my channel and for my social media profiles. It is an in-person role naturally, because I need someone actually in the office, in the studio, helping me shoot videos, helping me put together videos. But if anyone is interested, check out my website. I have the job description on there. Yeah, I'm mainly looking for someone obviously in the southeast of the UK, someone who can come to my office, to my studio regularly and just help me make better videos. Number 3 is a video editor. So I've definitely noticed from speaking to other YouTubers, other people in the space, other content creators, that there is a big shortage of video editors, high quality video editors anyway. So many YouTube creators I know are desperately looking for video editors, video producers, script writers, things like that. But video editors mainly because, you know, the video editing process for a lot of people is not fun, because they'd much rather be in front of the camera, being the personality, being the actor, whatever it is, and do that than edit the videos. I personally actually like editing videos. I'm just one of those people that likes the sort of process of editing videos. It's why I haven't hired a video editor myself, but I probably should. I probably should hire a video editor. It would save me a lot of time. I could maybe focus on making more videos and writing scripts and stuff. I also think to myself, I could definitely hire a video editor who is so much better than me and maybe makes my videos more engaging. If you are considering it, you can start out small, editing a few videos for a few $100s a month. And then as you get more experience and you grow, you can easily scale that to thousands of dollars a month. Next up, we have operations/accountability coach. This is a bit of a niche one, that's for sure. So I recently hired someone part-time to help me with operations in general, just making sure I'm on top of things, all of my businesses and everything else I have sort of going on in my life. The interesting thing is, this person actually came to me. I wasn't even looking for this type of person, but once they made me the offer, it made a lot of sense. Everyone is sort of looking for someone who's another version of themselves, another person like them who can help them run their own business and sort of do day-to-day operations. This is the sort of person that I've hired, that's what they'll be doing. They're sort of like my right hand, you could say. They're helping me with things that I don't have time for, making sure things happen, and just staying on top of general things. So for example, some of my time is better spent in front of the camera, making videos, making YouTube videos, writing scripts. I am the face of the channel. So I have to sit in front of the camera. I have to be the person that makes all of that happen. I can't really have someone else do that. But I would also like to do other things, make other things like ebooks and do more written stuff that I don't really have time for. This person will help me achieve those things. It's the same with like sponsors. So when I have sponsors videos and stuff, obviously going back and forth, trying to work out a schedule, trying to work out what I need from the sponsor, it can take time. This person can help me do that, and that's exactly what they're going to help me do basically. Next up, we have paid online video. So maybe you have a skill in something, a certain skill. Maybe that's something like making websites, or maybe that's something completely different like making wooden toys or something like that. A lot of people will naturally go to YouTube to share their knowledge, but what if you wanted to put it behind a paywall? What if you wanted to get paid directly for that content, for that knowledge that you're sharing? That's what a platform like Uscreen can do, and they're also sponsoring this video. Uscreen helps creators build and grow their online video membership business. You can do things like have membership sites for subscribers to earn recurring, predictable revenue, host private live streams for your members, host communities for your most loyal subscribers and fans, as well as sell courses, get your own TV or mobile app, and a bunch of other stuff. The main benefit of Uscreen is that it has everything in one place. It handles all of the video hosting and streaming. It handles payments, billing, and monthly subscriptions. It has mobile and TV apps so that customers can access content nearly anywhere. You also get access to powerful website themes designed to monetize videos. It's a quick setup, fully brandable, and no coding skills required. It's perfect for people such as video creators, educators, coaches, authors, fitness influencers, and any other entrepreneur looking to build a predictable revenue stream with their video content. Uscreen is the platform for building a video membership site that is great for generating a sustainable income stream for professional content creators. So if you're interested in Uscreen, check them out. I'll leave a link to them down in the description below, and I feel like it really is a great way to sell your own sort of skills, knowledge, whatever it is, in videos with memberships and stuff without having to put it on a website like YouTube. Next up, we have YouTube itself. So I'm naturally always going to recommend YouTube as a side hustle. I just feel like it's such a good way to make some sort of side income, you could say. Considering I have 2 channels myself where I invest quite a lot of time into them, I see them as amazing sources of income. In the last month alone, my 2 channels have made me over $40,000, and that's pretty much all profit. Like, there is very minimal costs in running these YouTube channels, which is pretty incredible. Like, I'm really impressed by how well they've done. I think it's actually the best month that I've had in a while. Not every month is like this, of course. It's just the last month, especially coming up to Christmas, the end of the year, I always just seem to make a lot of money from YouTube. So yeah, I'm really happy with how my YouTube channels are doing. They make me incredible money, and I don't really focus my full time on them. Like, I sort of focus, I'd say, half of my week making videos. So yeah, pretty incredible. A lot of people think you need millions of subscribers to make money on YouTube, and that just isn't the case. That's really not the case at all. It really depends on the type of content that you make. Now, of course, my main channel is the tech channel. I'm covering products, tech reviews and stuff like that. And then I have this channel, the finance channel, where I cover business, finance, lifestyle sort of stuff. Those sorts of niches naturally make a lot more money than, say, gaming videos. With gaming videos, you do need to get more views, you do need to get more subscribers to make money. I still see myself as a pretty small YouTuber in the grand scheme of things. You know, I have 200,000 subscribers on my main channel, 40,000 on this channel. Yet both of those channels together are bringing in well over 6 figures a year for me, which is just crazy for me. It's such a highly profitable business compared to other businesses that I started in the past. I also find it a lot of fun. It's why I continue to do it. I've been doing it for a long time now. I've been making videos for quite a few years now, but it's a lot of fun. I love the whole process of it. I don't necessarily actually like sitting in front of a camera and talking, but over time, as I've sort of gotten used to it, as I've done it more and more, I think I've gotten quite confident in front of the camera. That's what some people say anyway. So yeah, hopefully I continue to enjoy doing it. I think it's easier than ever to make YouTube videos as well now. You can easily get started with your phone, and that's actually what I recommend to most people. I feel like it's silly to spend thousands of dollars on cameras and stuff when you have a phone that has cameras that is most likely going to be amazing anyway. You already have that. You already have this thing. Why spend money on something like a camera when you don't really know if you're actually going to be making YouTube videos for a long time? That's why I think for anyone who's interested in starting out, just fresh, completely starting out, please use your phone. Don't bother spending a lot of money on camera gear and all that sort of stuff. It's just not worth it. I think what's more important is actually getting comfortable talking in front of the camera or off camera. You can have faceless YouTube channels. There are a lot of faceless YouTube channels out there. learning the editing process, because at the beginning you are going to have to edit your own videos, and then everything else that comes with making videos, lighting, what makes a video interesting, script writing, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, like as long as you learn all of that sort of stuff, naturally you will make money, and then you can invest that into high-end camera gear like I do. Like with everything in life, as you have more experience in doing it, as you do it more and more, it becomes easier. So for example, when I make an unboxing video on my main channel, when I get a new iPhone and I unbox it, that takes me around 3 to 4 hours. Now that includes me picking up the phone from the store, driving to the studio, setting up all the cameras, unboxing it, me talking in front of the camera, editing, and then uploading it. 3 to 4 hours. I've just completely mastered the process of making those videos as quickly as possible, because I've been doing it for a long time. I know what it takes to make that process as seamless and as easy as possible. This very video I'm currently recording will probably take me half an hour to an hour to record, and then maybe another 2 to 3 hours to edit. And that's it, it's done. I'll upload it to YouTube and it's ready to go. I really do love YouTube. I do think it's one of the best side hustles on the list on this video, especially because it makes money technically as you sleep. It is half passive. As long as you make good quality videos and you put them out there and the algorithm catches them, they come up in search results. Yeah, it's a good source of recurring revenue. Thumbnail designer. So this is another niche one, but something that's actually becoming more and more popular. And that's being a thumbnail designer, which is crazy when you really think about it. A thumbnail designer for other YouTube creators. So Netflix actually do this all the time. When you go on Netflix, you have the grid of all the videos that you see, all the movies, TV shows. They're testing to see which thumbnails bring in the most clicks, which thumbnails bring in the most engagement, which thumbnails get people actually watching the content. And if Netflix are doing it, a big old corporation like that, you'd be silly not to do it on YouTube as well. YouTube doesn't have as good sort of testing functionality well, they don't really have any sort of testing functionality when it comes to YouTube thumbnails, but thumbnails and titles on YouTube make a huge difference when it comes to videos and the sort of click-through rate, the engagement, getting people into your videos, and the algorithm. If you have any sort of graphic design or analytical skills, you could look at what works in different niches, in different industries on YouTube, seeing what thumbnails works, maybe make some sort of spreadsheet of all those thumbnails, seeing what's the most popular, and then offer your thumbnail design services to other content creators. Maybe look at other content creators, see what they're doing, and see if you can come up with something better than what they've got. Because most likely they're doing their thumbnails themselves. They probably don't have the best graphic design skills, and yeah, they're just not really choosing what could bring more viewers to the channel. I actually get quite a few offers from different people offering thumbnail design services to myself, but I haven't really been truly happy with what's being brought forward to me. But I definitely wouldn't say no in the future. I'm just waiting for the right thumbnail designer to come along. Next up, we have templates for Etsy. Now this is something I hadn't really thought of until recently, mainly because I just randomly came across it. But there are so many people who go to Etsy to buy digital products that are ready to go or customizable. So for example, wedding card designs. It makes sense. People want the best wedding card designs or a specific wedding card design. You can go to Etsy, you can search for it, and you get given a ton of different options for personalized wedding card designs, where the seller will make you a wedding card with your names and with the design that you like. It's pretty genius actually, and I feel like there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of different ways you can make money here. You could sell things like birthday cards, posters, photo prints, and just a huge range of other stuff. The benefit of a place like Etsy is that the marketplace is already there. The people who go to Etsy are already in the mindset of buying. They're already looking for something. So you don't really have to market that much. You just have to make sure you have good designs, you have good descriptions, good titles for your products. And yeah, it's a really good way to make money. I actually see a lot of female creators do it, which makes sense. It seems like Etsy just naturally sort of goes towards sort of females. Not sure why, it's just one of those places. But yeah, I feel like it's such a good way just to sell sort of digital products, wedding designs, posters, all sorts of other things on there. Affiliate marketing. So I think this one may actually be the easiest one to get into, and it costs very little money. The only thing is it does require a lot of time and a lot of patience. The mattress review site story always comes to mind. There's a story on Vox.com about how some mattress review websites were earning up to $150 per sale. So they would do a review on a mattress, then they would link to it, and if anyone went to go buy that mattress, they would get $150, which is a very high, very high affiliate commission scheme, whatever. That's just one way to make money from affiliate marketing. I make money from affiliate marketing by linking to products in videos where I've mentioned them, which is obviously makes a lot of sense. I link to places like Amazon, Best Buy, and these other places, and yeah, it generates me a few $1,000s a month. You could even make money from affiliate marketing by covering software tutorials, especially for services like Squarespace and Webflow. There are a lot of people who don't know how to use those services. If you make tutorials on how to make specific things in them and then link to these services, that's a great way to make money. One of the great things about affiliate marketing is that it's quite passive. It can be very powerful. You know, you just have it sort of running in the background. If you have enough valuable content and stuff, if you're providing enough value, it will just make money. And I've actually seen quite recently, I've seen a few websites. I can't really think of them when they come to mind. I've seen a few people mention them on Twitter. They're using AI to make affiliate marketing websites. So they'll use some sort of AI copywriting tool to have thousands of articles on different products, and then they will put affiliate links in those articles and they make money that way. And Google obviously ranks them up in the search engines and stuff. I'm not really sure how it works entirely, but I've seen quite a few people do it and they make quite good money from it. Web/UI designer. So this is actually exactly how I started making money when I first wanted to make money online. I used to sell my web and UI design skills to different clients, and I used to make websites and themes and stuff like that and sell those online as well. I've mentioned on the channel before how I've made a lot of money from Tumblr templates and stuff like that. However, I feel like the market for Tumblr themes obviously is definitely gone. That's gone and died. There is still a market for things like WordPress themes and Webflow themes and things like that. However, if you don't want to do themes and templates and stuff, I think just offering your services makes a lot of sense. I don't think it's just good enough to be a web designer though. I think it's worth being a specialist in a platform. So for example, you could be a WordPress expert, or you can be a Squarespace expert, or a Webflow expert, or any other sort of similar services. Webflow especially has blown up recently. There are a lot of sort of Webflow designers, Webflow developers, and a lot of people are looking for them. Same applies with UI design. I don't think it's good enough just to be a UI designer. I think if you're specialist in something, that can really help. So for example, maybe you're a specialist in designing dashboards, UI dashboards, or maybe you're a specialist in designing landing pages. It's much easier targeting those niches and making money that way rather than just being a broad designer. So that's it for this video. Some of my favorite side hustles, things that I would start, things that I would recommend others to start right now if you're considering starting a side hustle. If you have any side hustle recommendations, any side hustle ideas, leave them in the comments below. I'd be really interested to hear what other people come up with. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and make sure to check out this other video I have, Easiest Passive Income, How to Sell Digital Products Online. It's got a lot of views so far for my channel anyway. Seems like a lot of people are enjoying it, so make sure to check it out.